MI6, Agent 511, Section Chief 0606, 24th of February 2005, London. Dossier 1312. Who is Solomon Enev? Name, date and place of birth?
Solomon Enev, Paris, France. The 5th of May 1976. So, where do I start?
At the beginning.
Well, I learned about my father's death like everyone else in the world. I read it in a newspaper.
When was the last time you spoke?
About 10 years before his death. I was angry.
Did you attend his funeral?
No,
Why not?
I was still angry.
And your brother Ivan?
I hadn't seen him for years. And then
what?
one day last spring, he knocked on my door just like that. That's when all this started.
What's that?
This mess.
Following the Cold War, and just prior to the now famed War on Terror, your father, the founder of the Socialist Communist Revolutionary Party, was killed in a Berlin hotel. Today, both he and the system he represented have been relegated to the footnotes of history. The murder of men will never result in the defeat of an idea. Explain that to the victims of the 20th century. Joshua Enev was one such casualty.
Ivan came by this afternoon. He was looking for you. He asked me if you had finished with the passport and the papers.
He asked you that?
Yeah, and I told him that I didn't know if you had even begun them.
What would you say to that?
He asked.
And you told him that you didn't know if I even begun them? What is wrong with you?
Nothing. I told him what I know.
What do you think you know?
Don't start attacking
No,
me.
I want to know what it is I think you know.
I know that your brother asked you to do something for him and that you're not gonna help him.
That is what you think?
Why are you stalling from helping Ivan?
Look, Ivan is my brother, and it is my choice to do whatever
You're
I
not
like.
doing anything.
I didn't say that.
You don't have to.
Leave this to me, okay?
Solomon, this is Ivan.
Breaking news from Geneva, Switzerland, where an early morning robbery has been thwarted by Swiss authorities. Swiss police officials report that they received an unidentified tip that an armoured car loaded with the Chinese Russo Pact's first involvement was to be attacked. A police spokesman commented that the 5 robbers were well armed and obviously militarily trained, but that it was still too early to draw any solid conclusions about the sophisticated operation. All 5 assailants were killed in the ensuing gun battle. Several anonymous police sources have reported that an abandoned car with French license plates was found near the scene of the robbery, prompting concerns about the possibility of a 6th suspect. Interpol has been alerted and has announced a European-wide manhunt for the 6th suspect. More details forthcoming as they become available.
Salomon, Si tu entends ce message, c'est que je suis mort. À la dernière page de ton passeport, tu trouveras un morceau de papier, avec un nom et une adresse. Va à cette adresse, c'est le seul moyen de te sortir de là. Je suis désolé. Prends soin de toi. Ivan.
The SCR was intentionally divided into two separate entities, the political theoreticians safely tucked away in Paris, while your brother Ivan's Military Action Committee plotted various operations throughout Europe. Grigory Trepalov, Russian, your father's oldest friend and successor at the head of the SCR. A man at war for the better part of the past 5 decades, too self-absorbed to have any allies, but too clever not to be considered trustworthy. Christophe Dubois, French, an SCR interior deputy with big ambitions but not much sense to match. Simply put, an opportunist. Rachel Williams, Russian, educated in France, speaks Russian, French, English and German interchangeably. Charles Brown, Rachel's ex-lover, American, a journalist. Along with your brother's help, he was investigating the assassination of your father. Peter Pastin, Russian, raised in England, an ex-KGB operative in the UK, the SCR's military planner. A drunk for hire, of course always to the highest bidder. Katerina Pastin, Russian, Peter's ex-wife and still business partner. She ran their restaurant, the Dacha. Their daughter Milla, born in Paris and helplessly in love with your brother. Vasily Zhukov, Belgian, born to Ukrainian parents. Peter's personal security and longtime associate, whose allegiance to Peter had nearly worn out.
This emergency meeting has been called because of the events that have unfolded over the last few days. The death of Ivan has both stricken the party and heightened suspicion around our activities. Rachel, what is the press saying?
It is a mess. Somewhere between the police and the media is the truth. All I know is what anyone can get from the newspapers. Our contact in the police and the media are not talking.
That explains nothing. What does it say? Details about the China's Russia heist continue to be unfolded as police peel the deep layers of the operation. And we are talking about what went wrong. The party must take action to separate itself from this madness. The moment that Ivan's name is released, the police will be hunting us all. It's only a matter of time.
Yes, that is a possibility, but we must remember that the SCR Military Action Committee and the political section are different. There is no way the authorities can legally tie us to this robbery or Ivan.
Do you know how ridiculous that sounds?
This is a mess. And Rachel, in theory, you are correct. But Ivan Enev is indeed the son of the founder and famous leader of our party, Joshua Enev. We must not forget this fact. Things could become very, very difficult for us.
I agree that we must take action to make sure we are protected, but going outside the party is not the way to handle this. We have always known that something like this could happen, and now we must employ the methods of protection that we prepared.
One got away. A contact of mine has told me that there was a 6th person at the scene. Who got away? Why don't we have this information? Why don't we have these answers? Why aren't we searching for this person? Who got away?
Because they're all dead.
Who are all dead? Who?
Everybody who was involved in the operation. 5 men were assigned to it and 5 men were killed. You can read that in your precious article.
I have received information saying otherwise.
Is this information true?
Admittedly, there have been a few reports of a 6th suspect, but these seem to be more fiction than fact. The police want to create a conspiracy, to give them something to do. And even if they find anything, there is no way they can trace
This is
it back
unacceptable.
here.
Is that how you plan to run the party after Gregory retires?
That has nothing to do with this.
It has everything to do with your ability to lead. You are attempting to dismiss something that can cost all of us severely.
Enough! Christoph, you both know that interior party meetings are not subject to outside business. There could be no cross-talking. Peter, is there anything we should know from the military side?
As I said, I'm not exactly sure what happened. But Rachel's absolutely correct. Every operation is designed so a trail does not lead back here.
It is a waste of time.
I disagree.
Of course you do.
I am still the chairperson of this organization, for the moment. When I retire, you two can quarrel. Presently, the question facing us is what went wrong? Why were they killed? Now, if we can begin to comprehend the details, then perhaps we can piece the puzzle together, which will also give us the answer to the question as to the existence of the sixth suspect.
The sixth suspect?
But our first step is to distance ourselves from this mess.
It's a lie. As far as the police or anybody else is concerned, they cannot tie us into this. They will think that Ivan operated alone. Most importantly, nobody else was involved. As far as the police or anybody else is concerned, they cannot tie us into this. They will think that Ivan operated alone. Most importantly, nobody else was involved.
Well, I have to say, you really sound like you believe all that shit. Well, it's beautiful to see that the once great SCR, that's just a relic of a forgotten past. I guess we don't need Ivan's pictures anymore.
So he is dead?
Yes, he is.
Who is this sixth person?
I don't know.
I have a better idea. Why don't you tell us about Ivan's brother?
What brother?
Playing the fool suits nobody in this room. Nor does it make your money appear any faster.
Solomon's never had anything to do with the party, even when his father was alive. I've never even met him. He has nothing to do with this.
Where is he?
I don't know. He's not a revolutionary. He's an art teacher.
Come on, where?
Last time Yvonne spoke of him, he was in St. Petersburg with his girlfriend. But I haven't heard anything since.
Since when?
He had this girlfriend who was killed in a car accident. The girl was pregnant. What's this got to do with my money?
There's still some business we need to take care of.
Look, I gave you the plans that you wanted.
What do you think of Christoph's accusation? That there was a sixth person?
Who? Solomon? Not possible. Yvonne would never add another person without telling me.
Well, that doesn't seem to be the case.
He wouldn't risk the operation like that.
Maybe not in the past. But come on, Peter, you wouldn't be sitting right here if things between you and Ivan hadn't changed.
Obviously, he knew to double-cross you.
I did my job. So you pay me.
We know that you're angry, Peter. But is that really going to change anything?
What else do you want? I set up the robbery exactly as you wanted. So where is my money?
Before Yvonne left for the robbery, he planted a bag.
What's that got to do with me?
You really think you can just vanish? Fuck you. Fuck the pair. You're gonna find that bag.
Oh, am I? That's not what we agreed on.
Plans have changed.
By then, the SCR's internal members were engaged in a dangerous game of lies and greed, where the only equalizer was money. Rachel and Peter were looking for an exit, while Grigory was patiently waiting to make his move, using Christoph and Vasily as his pawns.
I need you to go and see your ex-lover, Charles.
Why?
We need his help.
What?
They're not going to pay us until we find something for them.
What more could they want?
Yvonne left a bag in Paris.
And what does this have to do with Charles?
Oh, Yvonne and Charles were working together. And if Charles is interested in this bag, I'm looking for it, then he won't be investigating us.
He will go straight to Grigory.
I'm counting on that.
Grigory will come after us.
No, he won't. With him and Charles looking for one bag in the middle of Paris, it'll give us enough time to get out of here.
He will still come after us.
Now listen.
No, you're being blind. If he thinks we're going to run, he will kill us. Even if he suspects we're going to run, he will kill us. That will be enough for him. This is crazy. We're never going to make it.
If you calm down, we will.
Charles will never believe me.
Yes, he will. I have some information that will interest him. Solomon will be in Paris tonight.
Solomon Enev. How do you know?
They think he's the sixth suspect.
Why is he coming back to Paris?
For his dead brother's bag.
Is it true?
Who cares?
I wonder who that is. Must be your lovely wife, Katerina.
She's not my wife.
Well, she certainly acts like one.
Hello? Yeah. Well, yeah. In about an hour? Okay. I'll meet you then. Okay, bye.
Right, she is not your wife.
With business partners?
Business partners with a daughter.
You go and see him this afternoon, okay?
You won't believe me.
I'm sure you'll find a way.
Had your brother ever mentioned that he was looking into your father's death?
I told you we didn't speak regularly.
Did he ever mention Charles Brown?
No.
Mr. Brown was like any other expatriated journalist on assignment too long, drunk, asking the wrong questions, and not sure of where to find the truth anymore.
Well.
Sorry about the place. I wasn't really expecting any ladies today. Have a seat. I'd make you one, but I'm afraid I'm all out of clean glasses. You want to share this? Always the image of politeness. So, what's going on? Have you saved the world from capitalism yet?
What is going on here?
Just having a little drink, celebrating finishing my story. Of course, Ivan getting killed wasn't exactly the angle I was looking for, but you have to admit it gives it a certain punch, doesn't it?
Peter knows that you and Ivan were investigating him. He suspects that you know more than you are saying.
Oh. So that's his little game, is it? Sending over the concerned ex-lover. He's gonna have to come up with something better than that.
How can you be jealous after all these years?
So what do you want?
What do you know about Ivan's bag?
What bag? Ivan is dead.
Solomon.
So what have you found?
The dacha is a cover for laundering money. It is all accounted for in the launch journals.
Who does the books?
Katerina. But every night, after we close, I bring the money from the bar, and I've seen the numbers.
For the moment that you are standing in front of her, you can make out the numbers.
Of course not. But, every month, Katerina asks me to check the amounts for the liquor purchases, okay? And all over the journals, there are huge amounts being spent on operations for the party that never exist.
Who have you told about this?
Nobody, of course.
Straightening out these books requires a genius.
You're not a genius.
What could you spend 10,000 on?
10,000 francs isn't that much. It could have been a number of things. When's it from?
It's $10,000.
American dollars.
Yes, American dollars.
Must have been used for an operation.
And which is that? The one that just got Ivan killed?
Ivan was a comrade.
Oh, keep your party business out of my lounge!
Excuse me, our lounge?
Maybe, but the SCR party and its little wars are not my business, and I don't need it living a mess through here.
Stop this.
Stop what? I'm not even allowed to be bothered by a half-truth?
You know how this works. You know how the party works.
Where is the money from?
Why are you doing this? What's the problem? Suddenly you need answers? Believe it or not everything has to do with you.
That's right. Nothing has to do with me. All this is just for you.
That's not what I said.
Oh, isn't it? Maybe I should leave.
No. I mean no.
Peter, what kind of man are you? You are sitting here in the middle of the afternoon, drinking your vodka. All you have the time for is your party. What about your daughter?
What's this about? What's it about? Is it about the Dacha? The party? Milla? Ivan? What?
I need an answer about this money.
Why the questions? You know I have no answer for you. This is just the way things are at the moment.
Excuse us. Your father and I are just having a disagreement.
I need the keys to the office.
Excuse me?
The keys to the office, I need them.
May I ask what for?
No.
Well, then you may not have them.
Peter, I need the keys to the office.
Peter?
Dad.
And what do you need to get from the office?
Come here. There is a pair behind the bar. Hard to believe that your father was once a soldier.
A lot of things seem hard to believe.
Milla?
Yes.
Is everything all right?
Fine.
What are you looking for?
My things. I'm alright.
Where are you off to?
What does it matter?
What a mother doesn't have the right to know where her daughter is going. Where?
Out.
Grigory and Charles's relationship was one of mutual convenience based on the currency of information.
Mr. Charlie Brown, my friend. How are you?
I'm all right.
Good. They said that the good health is the greatest gift.
Right.
So, what's new? What's the problem?
Rachel came by the apartment and said that Ivan said something about leaving a bag in Paris.
A bag? What bag?
I don't know, but Peter seems to think that I know where it is.
Do you?
I didn't know anything about a bag until today. And then she said that Solomon and Enev is going to be coming to Paris tonight. I mean, why give that kind of information?
Perhaps Ivan found something that you do not know about.
Yeah, I suppose that's possible.
Ah. Do you suppose or do you know? They're desperate. They're preparing to run.
So, what do I do?
You get out there and you find that bag. And when you do, you call me at this number. Any time, night or day. Your job is simple, my boy. You go out there, you find that bag, and you call me as soon as you know anything. Finally, our money. Come, we go.
So, will he do it?
Probably, but not for us. Once he thinks it's over, he will realize that this is the only way for him to get his precious little story about who killed Joshua Enev. He will do it because he has no other choice. It's just the kind of man Charles is.
We're almost finished with this. And the SCR will be a memory. For the moment, keep up appearances.
I will try not to forget.
Conversations at the table. You're for people who have ideas but no plans, and lack any real desire for action. Real life happens here, at the bar. They're actually going to go for it.
What do we do?
Nothing for the moment.
And the American? What if he doesn't find anything?
We will. I want you, tonight, to rattle pretty little Katerina's catch. Make her understand that the ground she's walking on is not so solid.
What can I do for you, Christoph?
I just have a few questions.
About?
You know, A lot of money moves through here.
Peter doesn't tell me anything.
Sounds like a revolutionary. So your first ever crossover into the SCR?
I run my lounge. Peter and I have an agreement.
You know, I've never completely understood that agreement. A beautiful woman like yourself.
We are partners.
And what exactly does that mean?
It means that it is not your business.
Indeed. But your lunch does happen to be an instrumental part of the SCR.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't you?
This is a legitimate business, and what Peter does within the SCR party has nothing to do with me or my lounge.
For some reason, I doubt that. For the same reason, I believe that a woman like you is certainly prepared for any eventuality.
I'm just trying to run my lounge.
In that case, you're doing a nice job. But isn't there anything that you feel someone like myself, who may be the next chairman of the party, may want to know?
As I said, the Duchy is independent. Except for the occasional party meeting. And if you have any other questions about the party, I suggest you save them for those that might be able to answer them. Have a nice evening.
What do they mean? The numbers at the bottom, do you know what they mean?
Maybe.
Do you?
Not yet.
What are they?
The combination to a locker.
How do you know it is a locker? Did Ivan tell you that? Did he leave you an address? Where is it?
Solomon, slow down.
Milla, I don't know who you are. Except a name and an address at the bottom of a piece of paper. But Ivan sent me here to you because he trusted you.
How do you know he trusted me?
I don't. But Ivan told me that if anything went wrong, to go to the address on the piece of paper.
Were you there?
Yes.
Did you see who killed Ivan?
Yes.
So now you're trapped in the middle of
And
this.
what is all this?
Ivan never told you. He didn't want
I
to.
am involved.
Did you see who killed Ivan?
The police.
How do you know that it was the police?
I heard their sirens.
Did you see them?
No.
Then how do you know that it was the police?
What does it matter who it was?
It was set up. I might bring you along.
Look, Ivan is dead. And asking this question is not going to change that. To tell you the truth, I am not that curious. I want Ivan's bag to get away from all this. But I can do that without you. Are you going to help me?
I'm here, aren't I?
Why do you bother?
Don't start that again. I don't have the time.
Oh, that's right. You don't have time. Just enough for the essentials.
Why do you want to change things?
Can't you already see that things are changing?
No, that's not the problem.
Well, what is then?
You tell me.
What the hell?
Rachel, this makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense. You come in and out of my life like it's a free ride. What do I really mean to you? You're such a coward.
Why do you want to change things? It's okay.
Well, yes, it's great for you. You have a mistress behind the back of a wife who's not really your wife, but you live with anyway. It's all such a big lie. And then there's Milla.
What about Milla?
Milla is the biggest lie of all. It's not hard to realize that Milla is not Katerina's daughter. But my question is, Milla's mother, what was she to you? Just a fuck like me?
If my life is one big lie, then you're part of that lie too. So fuck you and your fucking judgments. You come out of this looking no better than me.
Yes, well, at least this all used to mean something to me.
Oh, don't give me your theories.
Have you ever believed in anything in your life?
Oh, look who's talking. The great revolutionary, the great believer. Well, what are we? Cannon fodder? What do you think really happens to those great theories when you're looking down the barrel of a gun?
Oh, you love this romantic image you have of yourself. When was the last time you really looked down the barrel of a gun?
Well, Rachel, as our military commander of our operations, every day, every hour of every day, I live with the possibility of a bullet in the head. That's what I live. That's what I experience. But you, you look after nobody but yourself. You're a selfish bitch. Playing the game and taking the easiest option that comes along. Isn't that why I'm here rather than Charles?
Oh, yes, Peter. This is what I wanted from the beginning. To be stuck here in this mess with you.
Well, that's the way things are right now. And I'm sorry for you.
Yes, it is a sad state of affairs. I think you were leaving. Goodbye.
Were you followed?
I don't think so. I took a cab. You?
No, I changed metro cars every stop.
You sure you want to know what's inside? Take the bag out and follow me. Don't open it here. So, what do you know about Monday afternoons at the museum?
What are you talking about?
I know. You were going to be his voice.
I could never be his voice. Maybe his spokesman.
You knew my brother?
Ivan had this idea that he could save the world.
No, not that he could save the world. That he could awaken it from its sleep.
That's what got him killed, his ideals.
That is not what got him killed.
Then what?
Greed! Pure and simple. He wanted to say something. That's why he helped me with my investigation. And the more we searched, the more we realized just how corrupt the SCR really was. We never had a chance to finish. He wanted to reveal the truth.
And what truth is that?
That the party was being manipulated.
Give me a fucking break.
But we had proof that's why your brother was killed.
And you think the missing link to all this is in his bag?
Why else would he hide it?
He didn't hide it. He just didn't tell you where it was.
This cause is your cause too. This is your family we're talking about.
What are you asking for?
Just help me finish my story.
How?
The answer's in that bag.
No. The value of this bag changes once it's opened.
And what's that supposed to mean?
It means that Ivan left the combination to me. Look, I am fucked, with no way out. Opening this put me further into that hole. It is safer to remain ignorant and let whoever needs it the most pay the highest price for it.
What? You talking about money?
And what does it mean to you?
I'm trying to find out who killed your brother!
No, tell me what this bag means to you.
More than selling out my family.
Fuck you shit! If you want this bag, you're gonna have to take it from me!
The sun is going down soon. You should sleep here tonight.
That's ridiculous.
She's right. There's nothing we can do at this hour. Nothing that you can do.
We'll take shifts. One of us stays up all the other to sleep.
I thought you said that it is the safest place.
With that bag, nowhere's really safe.
I'll take the first shift. Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, him too. Look, I can't talk right now. They're sleeping. I'll call you later.
You know the difference between a man who gambles and loses and one who wins? Knowing when to take your chips off the table.
Peter and Rachel are dead. My friend, Mr. Charlie Brown, has proven to be very, very resourceful. He has found Solomon Enev and his brother's hidden bag, which I will have this afternoon. And I believe this bag contained something that is very, very important to you. Now, the question is not when you will get the bag. The real question is how much you are willing to pay for it.
Well, I see that you're still here with us.
That man has been standing there for the last 20 minutes.
Go wake up Milla. We have to get out of here. Oh, shit.
That guy standing outside of the school. Who was he?
I don't know.
You recognized him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're lying.
I said I don't know what you're
Fuck
talking
you, man.
about.
I don't want to get killed over this.
Look, I don't want to get killed either, but you're the only one that can help us out of this.
No, what can help us is getting away from each other.
Solomon, this is larger than all of us.
I don't care. Can you understand that? I don't give a damn.
So you don't want to help me finish my story?
Look, this is my brother's story. He can help you, but he's dead.
Solomon, this is not just about you. You're a liar. You've known the whole time I was in that locker. The first time we met, you said Ivan's bag. So go make your phone call. Get out of here. Just know this, you'll never be the man your brother was.
Options have run out. Is it time for you to tell us what you really know?
It's so nice to see you, gentlemen.
Don't play with us today, Peter.
About?
Don't do this, Peter. To tell the truth, we both like you. But we need some answers you seem not to want to offer.
What happened last night? You have my money?
Rachel is dead.
Are you getting greedy? Excuse me.
Isn't that your plan? Steal all the money you can so you can run off with your little family? Peter. We all know you haven't made the wisest decisions with Katerina and Milla. But do you really think you can change all that now? One cannot come back from all that they've done.
You leave them out of this.
Peter, you're being stubborn. Don't play the hero with us, Peter. It really isn't worth it.
I've told you everything I know.
Milla is a beautiful girl.
You fuck! You leave my daughter alone.
Milla and Ivan are rather close.
You lay a fucking finger on her! Oh my God. So he found him.
Where is he?
I don't know where Solomon is.
Let me ask this another way. Why is Charles with Milla and Solomon?
I don't know.
Peter, we all know that's a lie. You try to roll the dice. You figure with everyone busy you can make a run for it, right?
I'll be more clear this time. Where is Charles? Fuck you! Let me put it to you this way. Where is Milla?
How did you know about the bag?
They contacted me.
Who were they?
After I left the hotel in Geneva, they were waiting for me in the lobby.
Just like that?
Yes, just like that.
How much did they offer you?
I didn't ask.
That much, huh?
They gave me a phone number and told me to ring when I had the bag.
So Milla was right. You did know what you were looking for.
Yes.
Morning. Yes. What? Where are you? All right, I'll be there.
Take a seat. "5 minutes.
What do you want from me?
I need you to find Milla.
Why?
She needs our help.
Where is she?
I don't know.
Peter?
She's not safe.
You're not going to tell me what's going on?
Yvonne left a bag in Paris, which has been found by an American journalist. His name's Charles Brown.
What does this have to do with Milla?
Milla's with him. This journalist is connected to Grigori. He is going to kill the journalist, and he will kill whoever is with him.
Why?
Don't you ever stop asking your questions? Do you trust me? I remember a long time ago when Milla was still a baby. I'd just come home and I saw you holding her. And you were singing to her so softly. I remember feeling as though I was safe for the first time. Safe with you and Milla.
Hello. What? Do not move. I will be right there. Wait for me. Where are they? You fools! You two have failed. Did they see your face? And you, did they see yours?
I don't think so.
That means they did. Imbeciles! Get out there. Find Peter. Bring him to me, alive!
Grigori was neither a winner or a loser. He would never leave anything to chance. In his case, he always had an ace up his sleeve and the dice were always loaded. This time there was only one problem. One joker he wasn't counting on. You.
Don't even think about it. The cuffs are turning my hands blue.
That's too bad. Come on, let's go.
Don't move. Cross him. The keys, left pocket.
Peter, you know what your problem is? You always think everybody is always listening to you. Tell me something. Why is it that we always fall in love with the same woman? The woman, the abstract woman. Or is it that we fall in love with the idea of falling in love with the woman? She's gone, Peter.
What's with the game, Grigori?
Always the soldier. You know, it is at a table like this that we can see the true character of a man. The agents, they're rat holes. We will never know what they have. Vasily, Christoph, they're boys. They play the game for the fun. But you and I, we are the professionals. The cheaters, huh? Oh. Oh. You cannot protect her. Either I will find her and the bag, or they will find her and the bag. You know, Peter, I personally have not killed anyone since 1979 in the Ural Mountains.
My father always said that the first time you walked into the dacha, it was like going home.
Have you made your phone call?
What do we do now?
Solomon, why did you come back here?
I owe my father answer about the future.
What future? I thought all that mattered was money.
I guess I have something to say.
Rachel's dead. Didn't get to anyone.
Who?
Grigori. So fucking blind.
How was Grigori involved?
Doesn't matter. He's gonna come after that bag.
What does it have to do with my brother?
Grigori's the one who fed me information about the party. I thought he wanted to help.
What the hell is this? Airline tickets, travel plans from 2 years ago?
It's the itinerary from the trip to where your father was assassinated.
What are you talking about?
Ivan came to me when he found out I was investigating your father's assassination. We knew about Radishev.
Who's that?
Radishev was the only other person killed during your father's assassination.
That tells me nothing.
Radishev was a nobody in the party. He was expendable.
Expendable?
To set up your father, it had to be someone from within the party. I mean, look, Radishev's name isn't even listed on the itinerary. The SCR does a very good job of keeping the political wing of the party and the military action committee separate.
Who can change the security details?
Peter, her father. He's the only one who had the power. I'm sorry.
For what? I'm the one who should be sorry. Ivan believed this?
The proof is so evident.
Right.
But why would Ivan leave this bag? I mean, we had all this information.
How?
Well,
Just tell me.
Ivan and I had been investigating your father for months.
He used me to kill my father.
No.
Let go of me! Let me go!
No!
Why, what do you need me for? My father killed yours. Let me go.
No!
I need you. I need you to see this all through.
If I say anything right now, I'm going to sound stupid, right?
Yeah. Okay. So.
I don't understand. You're wasting your time. There's nothing there.
Who wrote this?
Your father wrote all of it.
My father didn't write this. It doesn't write in uppercase.
I've seen this. I've seen this. It's a perfect match.
Job is simple, my boy. You go out there, you find that bag, and you call me as soon as you know anything.
That's it!
Solomon and Enev, my boy, I am happy to see you. Oh, you looked in the bag. That's the way it is. That's life.
My father and brother didn't fit into your future.
This is a little bit more complicated than just two people.
So I go through this trouble.
Solomon, you're young. One day life will be clear to you. The decisions you make will be easy. Don't screw up your future now by being impulsive. Put the bag on the ground. Put the bag on the ground.
A special Radio International news bulletin. Interpol and Swiss authorities announced the end of their manhunt for a sixth suspect in regards to the Chinese Russo robbery, thus calling the case closed on account of insufficient evidence to support the likelihood of a sixth terrorist. In separate news, Gregory Trepolov, longtime associate of Joshua Enev, has been arrested in connection with the assassination of Mr. Enev 2 years ago, as new documents have come to light. French police officials report that they have received an anonymous bag full of documents never seen before, linking Mr. Trepolov to the murder of Mr. Enev.
Rhetoric is dead. Makes no sense anymore in this modern world. Nobody believes it anyway. Ideas, they've become a thing of the past, gathering dust for time, like me. It's funny, I don't even know who or where they are anymore. The working class. It seems so abstract to think of someone as the working class. Everybody is contented by something. Suffering has been replaced by a computer game or television or...
And how long had you known Joshua Enev?
Since we were 9.5 years old. We were best friends.
And where did you grow up?
In a little tiny village in a corner of the Ural Mountains. Do you know the Ural Mountains, Mr. Brown?
Yes, it's the mountain chain that divides European Russia from Asiatic.
No. At this time, it was still the Soviet Union.
And what was he like as a boy?
Joshua Enev? He was a fantastic drunk. And he had a terrible, terrible knack for dramatics. After we had a few drinks, that's when things really got good. He used to tell this one story about his older brother, Misha. See, Misha was sick as a baby, and he walked with a limp. He couldn't run. The other boys used to make fun of him. They thought that he was worthless. Yash was very affected by that. Jokes. Very, very sensitive. And one day, Misha found Yash crying. And Yash was crying because the other boys were making fun of Misha. Misha took Yash, stood him up, held his leg frozen, and told him to walk. And there, walking like Misha, Yash realized he should never, ever have felt sorry for him. No, he began to feel sorry for us. Because Misha saw that the world could be changed. Misha saw that the world could be different. Misha saw what we, running so fast, we could never, ever see.
It was Grigory. Outside of the hotel that day, it was him?
Yes.
You gave the bag to the police, but why still call Grigory?
To look him in the eye.
Just one last question. Why didn't you take the money?
I stopped being so angry. And I learned that no matter how far I ran, or what I did, I could never escape one thing. I could never escape my family.